Well, hello everybody. Welcome back. Good afternoon. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back. I have an interesting video for you today. I want to talk about the LifeStraw Flex. I'm a big fan of soft touch water bottles. The Catadine Be Free has a beautiful water bottle. This thing kind of has the same kind of feel, I'm thinking. I'm not sure, so I picked it up. It says this filter reduces lead. This is a two-stage filter. Removes bacteria and parasites. Removes lead. Exceeds NSF 53 standard. And it says that it reduces heavy metals. This got a Halo Award for 2017. It was the gold winner. Multi-use water filter. You can use it as a personal straw. You can use it with the soft touch bottle. And it says adaptable to plastic water bottles. And it says adaptable to hydration bladders. And also adaptable to LifeStraw Mission. So that's what I was reading right there. Hopefully you guys can see that. And then on this other side it says multi-use water filter with soft touch bottle. Ideal for hiking or camping or travel, sports or school. Pretty excited about this. It says follow the leaders, track your impact. Go to lifestraw.com/follow the leaders. This kit includes the LifeStraw Flex filter with carbon capsule, 650 milliliter soft bottle, and a backwashing syringe. Filtration technology, stage 1, microbiological filter. Removes 99.99999% of bacteria, E. coli, etc. And then the next one removes 99.999% of protozoa, such as Giardia and Cryptosporidium, etc. And this filter filters up to 500 gallons or 2,000 liters. Now 1 liter is a 32-ounce Nalgene bottle. And it also talks about stage 2, activated carbon fiber capsule. Reduces chlorine, improves the taste, and reduces bad odor in the water. Reduces lead and other heavy metals. Now, when you're talking about stage 2 of the filter, it will filter 100 liters, which is 26.4 gallons. Now, the specifications, this weighs 5.9 ounces or 167, I'm guessing that's grains, I'm not sure. Filter size, 4.7 inches or 119 millimeters. Again, the soft bottle volume is 650 milliliters or 10 ounces. And the microbiological filter pore size is a 0.2 micron, which is pretty much standard on LifeStraw products. Now the Sawyer filters are a 0.1, so they're a little tighter tolerance. They hold out more things. And then it says exceeds NSF 53 standard for reduction of lead and other heavy metals. And then it says exceeds NSF 42 standard for chlorine reduction. And it exceeds the US EPA drinking water standards for bacteria and parasites. So here's a look at the back, what all that stuff that I just read to you. It's pretty interesting. I'm pretty excited about this water filter. So let's go ahead. For every LifeStraw that you purchase, one school child in a developing community receives safe drinking water for an entire school year. I think that is super cool of them to do that. I'm really excited about that. So I'm guessing that this will slide out just like that. There's nothing left in the package other than dirt and stuff because I've been out here. So here is the back flushing syringe. Pretty similar to what Sawyer does, except the tip is different. Here is, it says, important for first time use. Prior to the first use out of the box, LifeStraw Flex, you should backwash the filter with the syringe at least 5 times. Okay, insert the syringe into the top of the cap. Dip the bottom of the water filter, which could be dirty water. Pull the top of the syringe. This should fill the syringe with filtered water out of the filter mouthpiece. Step 3, press the syringe full of water to rinse the filter. So that's different. I've never seen a filter that you have to back flush the second that you get it out of the box. That's a little interesting. Most people, especially me, when I buy a filter, I want to be able to use it right out of the box, personally. So there was that, and then there was a little bit of information, owner's manual kind of stuff. We'll take a quick look at that. Multiple languages, of course. Little owner's manual. And that's about as far as I'm going to read that. So let's take this filter out, and I want to look at the filter, and I want to look at this little water bottle. So, wow, the water bottle is kind of cool. 22 fluid ounces, it says. I don't know why it said 10 ounces. Somewhere on the back it said 10 ounces. Soft bottle volume, 10 ounces. Where is that? Right there. Third bullet down. But on the side of this, it says 22 fluid ounces. So I would believe that this is 22 fluid ounces. It looks like that to me. So there's the mouth. This feels very similar to the Hydro Flask that comes with the Be Free. So that's interesting. So let's take a look at the filter. So you see here, the bottom. This will take an inline application, and on the top you could also do the inline application. So you put your hydration bladder hose here and then here, and the flow of the filter goes this way. Just remember the part with the little barb thing on the top, that's the way the clean water comes out, and this is the dirty water. Okay, this will also thread onto a standard Pepsi or Coca-Cola Dr. Pepper water bottle, smart water bottles. And wow, it's kind of interesting. The one thing that I like about this is it unthreads. There's an O-ring on the inside of that black O-ring, and then there's also a seal that goes against the water bottle. So that's kind of cool. So the top also threads off, and you can remove and replace these activated carbon. This is what removes the odor and the taste out of the water, or at least helps reduce it. And then just like the bottom, you can see that there's O-ring protection inside, and also an O-ring right there if you didn't notice that. So that's pretty simple, pretty cool. I like how this thing is like all threaded. I think that's pretty neat the way they did that. And you can't put the thing on backwards because the threads are different. The top here is a coarse thread and the bottom is a fine thread. See that? Kind of interesting. Now on the side you see these facets, and it would make you believe that water would get in there, but it doesn't. They're not open. They're not going to allow water in. Now I don't know if this micro hollow fiber membrane can pop out. I don't think so. I pushed on it a little bit, but that's what it looks like. Kind of neat. Kind of a cool looking filter. So let's put this baby back together. And then what they've done is they're not using this to thread onto the hydration bladder, which personally I don't care for that. I wish that the hydration bladder would have had a standard thread on it. Then we could have used the bladder across all of our filters if we had a Sawyer or we had that. But make this proprietary, excuse me, to where these threads fit. Okay, so that's how you would attach it. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. That's how you attach it. Now I've read some reviews about this filter, and there's been quite a few people that have said that this water bottle leaks. We're going to find out today. Now what I have here is I have 2 water bottles. I have one that's empty. That's going to be for the clean water. And then this is water that's been pre-filtered through a bandana. That's all that it's had done to it. It's straight from the creek, so it's kind of nasty water. Hasn't been filtered yet. So we're going to put that in. Now I do like the wide mouth. I do like that. That is pretty cool. I think I might have put a little much because there's a max line right there. The max line is so that when you put the filter on, water doesn't come up over the top. So let's fill it up to about there. Put the filter down in here. You can see the water level rising. Now they want us to back flush it. I'm going to give this thing a little time to allow the water to moisten the hollow fiber membranes. You stick the syringe in the hole here, and then you pull up filtered water. So you're going to basically do this 5 times. I don't understand why they want this done. There's one. Let's do this a second time. Am I doing this correctly? There's 3. 4. 5. I'm not too excited about that whole back flushing thing right out the gate. I'm just like, that's kind of weird that you would have to do that. I'm thinking that's a little crazy. But the bladder feels good. It feels like it's built pretty solid. So let's check this flow rate. So first thing is I'm just going to let it see what gravity does. That's the flow rate of gravity. Of course, you got to remember that this is a brand spanking new filter, so it's not had any kind of contaminants or anything in it yet. I'm not squeezing it or anything like that. That's a decent flow rate. Now if you want to squeeze the bag a little bit, you can see that the flow rate increases. Again, these flow rates change over time. I highly recommend that you definitely pre-filter your water through a bandana or a coffee filter or Shema something. I like the pouch. It reminds me of the Be Free pouch, the Hydro Flask, and it kind of does the same thing as the Be Free. It kind of gets collapsed. So I'm gonna open it up, let some air back in there so that this fills back up full of air, so that we can get another squeeze on it and get more air pressure in there. So far it's not leaking or anything. So far, whatever those people were saying about it leaking, I'm not seeing that happen. So far it looks pretty good. Now it just stopped for some reason. The water is past the hollow fiber membranes and it stopped. So that's kind of interesting, and I'm squeezing it. I'm squeezing it trying to get the water out, and it's not. On the Be Free, you can squeeze every drop of water out of that filter. Look at that. It got to a stopping point, and there's still probably half of this bag full of water. Look at that, it's not even coming out. I'm squeezing it. Again, this is the blue one, this is the one, the dirty water. So I'm not too sure if I'm impressed with that, you know, because I want to be able to filter all the water that's in my bag, not just a little bit. So I've got more water in there. And there we go. I like the bag. The bag seems nice. But I'm waiting to see what's going to happen when the water level gets low again. Honestly, I don't really care for that. You know, I want to be able to filter all the water through, not just part of it. I really like the feel of the bag, and I like the flow rate, and I like the feel of the filter, and I like that it's a two-stage. I think that's pretty cool. There, it stopped again. It's done. So maybe if we put it on its side, maybe we can get the rest of the water out. I don't know. Yeah, there you go. Put it on its side. As long as it reaches that hollow fiber membrane, I guess. But that, you know, we shouldn't have to do that. We should be able to get the water out. Let's put it sideways. You have to put it sideways or something. Look at that, barely dripping. So that's it. It seems like once the water gets down below the barb, okay, it doesn't filter no more. Having all that extra water in there for what? I don't know, I don't care for that. I wish I could filter all of the water like I do on the Be Free. Let's see what it tastes like, because the water before, when I ran it through a Sawyer, you know, Sawyers don't do much for taste or odor if you're using the squeeze or the mini. This actually smells clean. Wow. I will say they did a good job. That water tastes very good. I don't taste, because I was drinking the other water just a minute ago that was ran through the Be Free actually, and it had all kinds of taste and odor. This one doesn't. I wish you could smell that. Here, smell. I'll tell you what, that water is very pleasant to drink. Very pleasant taste. So far I like it. I just don't like that it only does half the water. And one thing that I think is kind of neat is in the event that the carbon, the activated carbon portion of the filter runs out, okay, remember it was only 26.5 gallons or something that it would last. Yeah, 26.4 gallons. So once that runs out, I'm pretty confident that you could just remove it and run the filter like this. If you didn't want, if taste and odor didn't bother you, you could do that. Or you could replace this cartridge. So that's kind of interesting. I like that they give you that versatility, that option. So it's pretty cool. All in all, I like the filter so far. I think it's pretty cool. I'd like to hook it up to, it reminds me of the Sawyer Mini, except it's 2 stages, you know, and it does much, much more for the taste and odor. I can honestly tell you that this water not only looks good, but it tastes, and I can still smell the orange from the Gatorade, like the smell, and I don't smell the water. I like it so far. I'm gonna use it a lot. I'm gonna put it through its paces, and if I find anything wrong with it or any problems, you know, maybe with the bag or anything like that, I'm sure that I'll let you know. I'll do an update video or something like that. I got to playing with this LifeStraw Flex, and how I was talking about the water, when it gets down to a certain level it stops filtering. I found out a way of getting around that, so I'll show you that here. And that is basically to grab the bottom down here, and what it does is it forces water up, and then you can get the majority of the water filtered. I'll show you that. So flow rate's pretty good. It reminds me of a Sawyer Squeeze or a Sawyer Mini flow rate. So you can see there, I'm just kind of squeezing the pouch. I like this bag. I'm squeezing it pretty hard, and it's holding up pretty good. So there you have, if I grab the bottom down around the filter, you can see that using that technique, I was able to get the majority of the water. So there was only a small, tiny bit left. So it was significantly more effective. All in all, I think it's pretty cool. I like it so far. The bag feels sturdy, feels solid, feels like it's made very well. They've melted all the seams. Feels like a good bag. Well, folks, this concludes my review of the LifeStraw Flex. So far, I like it. I'll keep you updated. If I find anything wrong with this, I'll definitely let you know. But so far, I like it. I hope you got some good, useful information out of this video. Please feel free to leave your comments down below. Like this video. Share this video. Make sure you check the description box, because I'll put a link to where you can find this. And as always, again, thanks for watching. If you like the type of content that you see on my channel, please don't hesitate hitting that subscribe button. And if you're already subscribed, please double check, make sure that little bell, the notification bell, is clicked on. Because sometimes I get messages from people that said, hey, I haven't been getting your videos. I checked back and you had 30 more videos or something. So thanks for watching. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye now. Well, folks, that concludes my blooper.